Hello, Chicago Network is on the air. Hello, everybody. I'm Ryan Yanishadis, and it's time to focus. And we're focusing on Super Bowl 59 and your winners, the Philadelphia Eagles. They finally were able to stop the Kansas City Chiefs, the juggernaut, the team that won 2 in a row, 3 Super Bowls so far since 2020. And the Philadelphia Eagles come in defensively, completely stop them. Patrick Mahomes goes 21 for 32, does get 257 yards, 3 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions in key spots. Just didn't seem like the Patrick Mahomes. On the other side, you had Jalen Hurts, who was 17 for 22. 221 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. You saw him do his thing, but I mean, at the same time, you saw the defense of the Philadelphia Eagles really step up. And I got to give a shout out to my nephew Braden, Cooper DeJean, who I've never even heard of, able to get the pick 6 on his birthday. And he's only 22 years old, so happy birthday to Cooper DeJean. Gets the Super Bowl, gets the pick 6, 22 years old. My nephew Braden was so excited to be able to say he wouldn't stop talking about him, and then he got the big one. And really, it was the Philadelphia Eagles game. The Chiefs, when they had their opportunity, was probably at the end of that first half, when that was probably their only chance. It was still a 24-0, still an opportunity, but Kansas City just could not get anything under them, and it just didn't seem like the Chiefs were the Kansas City Chiefs. I know there was a story that came out, and my heart goes out to Patrick Mahomes. His grandfather is in hospice, was holding on. People.com did an article. He was holding on just to possibly see him win the Super Bowl. So, I mean, he could have had that on his mind as well, obviously, because losing a grandparent is definitely tough. So thoughts and prayers go out to the Mahomes family. But at the same time, everything else just didn't seem to work. The passes were off. And the thing is that the defense was able to get to Patrick Mahomes. I don't remember him getting sacked and getting got as many times as he did, and the interceptions he had. And the one was just they dove and caught it. It was a great job there. So, I mean, you saw things you have not seen in a while that happened to the Kansas City Chiefs. And mainly probably the reason the Kansas City Chiefs lost this game was because I picked them to win. And I am the kiss of death. So I am the one, and I'll go on because I said it. My heart was rooting for the Philadelphia Eagles, but if I was a betting man, I would have picked the Chiefs and I would have lost. So that kind of figures why I don't bet anymore, is because I'm not good at it. But the Chiefs do lose 40-22. And the Chiefs were able to stop the run game. I mean, you didn't see a great Saquon Barkley with 25 carries for 57 yards. So that wasn't that great either. So, I mean, you didn't see those stars really shine. And I think you look at both of these teams, and we can go through I don't know if we can go through the scoring, but just some of the plays. I mean, the Eagles had the touchdown, Jalen Hurts, the rushing touchdown. I think that was because then it was called back. So then they did the push tush, or the tush push. Now I sound like my niece Brianna, who called it backwards. They got a field goal, and then the interception, and then the AJ Brown 12-yard touchdown. So 24-0 at the half. I still felt it. I even talked to my dad at halftime. I'm like, I feel like Kansas City is still in this game, because you think they would wake up at halftime, but they got the ball right out of the second half, couldn't do anything with it. And I think at that point, that's when you start to say, okay, I don't think they have anything left in the tank. So congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. It's a very passionate fan base. Their last one was in 2018. They defeated Tom Brady, who was on the call for the game. And that was in 2018 in the New England Patriots. So they get their title. They're able to defeat the beast of the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, that doesn't mean the Chiefs aren't going to be back. That doesn't mean they're still going to be there. So I know that's going to be the case. And now the Philadelphia Eagles are the team to beat. So great job there by the Eagles. They win 40-22, and they're your 2025 NFL Super Bowl champions. So we don't get a chance to see the three-peat, and we'll see if the Eagles will try to go back-to-back just like the Chiefs did next year. Couple of to close out the show, a couple Bear notes. Eric Bieniemy, was a head coach in college football, always was interviewed, was also one of the Kansas City Chiefs top coaches. He's been hired as the running backs coach for the Chicago Bears. The Bears have like an all-star staff. I think that's awesome. It's going to be exciting to see what they do next. But also at the same time, and also news, Aaron Rodgers not going to be returning to the New York Jets. So that's so we'll see where he goes. And then requesting a trade. Cooper Rush, I believe, was one of the guys they said they're going elsewhere. So he's going to be getting traded. by the Los Angeles Rams. And there was another guy as well that's going to be getting traded, a receiver. That it slipped in my mind. So we'll see how this happen. The next time we'll talk football will be free agency in April or March. And then, of course, the draft in April. So we will talk football again. And, of course, we'll have probably talk about the schedule release in May. So football never stops here, but baseball season kind of begins. But we'll be focusing more on Bulls, Blackhawks, and spring training for baseball now that football is over. But we're going to close the show on somber news. We lost two Bears people, the Chicago Bears family, over the last week. First, Dick Duran. He was the head coach in the early 2000s. 1 year went 13-3. Was a Buffalo Bills head coach and all that stuff. So best wishes, thoughts and prayers go out to his family. And then obviously the anchor of the Chicago Bears, Virginia McCaskey, passed away at 102 years old this past week. She was the owner of the team. She was always there. She only missed one. She was not born for the first game between the Bears and Packers. She was alive for everyone. And the last game the Bears played, they were able to beat the Packers. The last game she was able to see. So rest in peace to Dick Duran, and rest in peace to Virginia McCaskey. I'm Ryan Yanishadis from the Hello Chicago Network. And the rest of this week will be Ryan was there from going back to the winter sporting events. We're going to be all four winter sporting events I got a chance to go to. We're going to do that the rest of the week. Next week, we're going to start the second half of the first season of the Hello Chicago Network. So we're going to be doing things a little bit better, a little crisper, hopefully. And so we'll be doing that all next week. So everyone enjoyed the Ryan was there. We'll be back next week with more focuses. So I am Ryan Yanishadis from the Hello Chicago Network. We are the focus of Chicago sports.